It's a little slow. Come on. Oh. All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another live edition of From the Chair with Big Money Exchange. Unfortunately, our co-host found out there was a teensy tiny little black and white panda bear that he's been threatening the last month to throw apples at, and he conveniently called in sick tonight. So he will not be joining us. Traitor, yellow-bellied coward. Anyways, we are joined tonight by Carney. He is the TikTok champion of CSW. Jack Dillon is the 719 champion of CSW. Type 1 Warrior will be joining us here shortly. And he is the world heavyweight champion of CSW. And of course, last but certainly not least, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome Miss Panda Two Belts. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Panda Two Belts to our show. She is the current CSW women's champion. Oh, and then of course there's Nathan.
Well, thank you. That's like the afterthought of the podcast today. No, but honestly, welcome
like
everybody.
I introduced you. All right. So Nathan, why don't you start off with the? Well, we don't really want to do questions, so why don't you just start the podcast off?
So, why don't you guys go around and let Ed tell us what the feelings was like when you guys won your guys' championship or championships?
For me, this was actually the first belt I ever held, so it was like complete shock. I still can't get over it. It's something I've worked really hard to achieve, and worked hard and did the best I could. And Randy put his faith in me, and it's been a roller coaster ride from there.
Yeah, that's good. I'll go next. Like Carney, this is my first ever championship, and I'm just so blessed and so honored that I got to be in the ring with Ryzen, who has had a multitude of matches in AEW, and two, to be able to win a championship from him nonetheless. And it was just, all things considered, probably my favorite match of my career so far. And we'll get into the weeds of what happened in the match, but yeah, it was a highlight of my career so far.
For me to be able to overcome somebody who, number one, I look up to, and number two, somebody that had held the belt for well over a year. It was hard work, but it was absolutely just super emotional. Some of my pictures, you can tell I'm crying. I'm exhausted but joyous, and it's an honor to be able to have this guy right over here. So yeah.
Very nice. All right, Tony, I know you have a question. So,
well,
go ahead.
Well, we can start with Jack, I guess. And go ahead and tell us, the nuts and bolts of the match, and whatever else you want to tell us about the match, and then we'll just go around the room.
Yeah, so it all started. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. I'm trying to get a hold of Type 1.
It all started in the Red Rock Rumble when I was in the ring, doing what I do. Rob Ryzen comes out. I get a chance to throw him out of the ring. He reaches his hand out, and out of the gladness of my heart, I reach out to shake his hand. He pulls me over the ropes. And in a second, I lost my opportunity at a shot at the CSW Championship. But it wasn't until after that I thought that he's got something too. And it's not just the provider that had a championship belt, but it was also Ryzen with the 719 championship. So the following month, I issued an open challenge to Ryzen, to which he politely declined, and I had to wrestle Killian Crow, which I ran through, by the way. Finished him off with a Claymore kick. But last month was absolutely the highlight of my career so far. And in that match, he put me through the ringer. He really did, but I also gave him a good beating and surprised a lot of people, I think, with how I came out with a victory. But it was really, really magical moment for sure.
We lost your audio, Jack.
Can you guys hear me now?
There we
There
go.
you go.
Yeah. What did you hear last year?
That it was a magical moment.
Yeah, that was all I had to say. That's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go to Carney. Your match.
Well, my match, if you saw, for the most part, they kept me outside thinking that would prevent me from winning. And lo and behold, everybody learned that you can't keep an old Carney down even when the odds are stacked against him. Asher James decided, to try and fly off the top rope doing the springboard splash or slingshot splash. And one thing he forgot was I was still able to get in the ring and hit him with the powder cannon. A little Carney magic.
Very cool. And now, of course, Miss Pandamoanyum. And let me tell you, I watched every one of your guys' matches, but I cried right along with you when they hit the 3 count. So please take us through your match.
Oh, it was such an emotional roller coaster. So number one, like I have looked up to Tyra ever since I started wrestling. She threw everything that she could at me, honestly. She tried to get me with her submissions. She tried to get me the Shining Wizard, or rather her Tiger Knee, is what it's called in the ring, which has knocked me out before, and I've gone on with black eyes for like a week from them. But somehow I was able to counter. I think it was all the studying that I did, countering all those moves, just being ready for those submissions that she gave. To multiple different opponents, and just studying how to get out of those a lot of the time. And I had been working up really, really hard with cardio and playing soccer and working out and training up until that event. And somehow I still had a little bit of gas left in the tank. And, I ended up just overpowering at the very end and being able to pin her shoulders and get that 1, 2, 3. It was amazing. So just that little bit of gas, just because I gave that little bit of effort, ended up paying off. So yeah.
All right. And welcome to the one viewer in the stand. I bet you I know who it is. Big Money, get your ass in the comments. Panda's got some harsh words for you. Oh, and he's
I don't
gone.
have harsh words.
See? There he is. He's gone.
That's all you had to say.
And he's gone.
And gone. But hey, Nathan, I'm gonna shut up and I'm gonna let you ask a couple of questions.
So I have a question for all of you actually, but I'll start with Carney. So in your match for the TikTok title, there was an auction part where like the winner got to like guide you down to did that add more pressure to like that match, knowing that people were putting money to that person was giving you money to guide you to the ring?
Actually, no, it actually made it more exciting.
Very nice. And then for Jack, it's not so much a question but a comment. When Ryzen asked you to lay down and you kind of got down on one knee. That clothesline you threw to knock him down was sick, man.
Yeah. I've been training clotheslines a lot. I've been working a lot on the shoulders and the chest. So I think it really has been paying off in the gym. You can tell how hard he went down, and you can tell the authority that threw into that clothesline. So yeah, I appreciate your comment.
And then my question for Panda is: when you have a long story like you did with Tyra, is it easy to come up with the ideas of that because you know the person so easy, or is it more difficult because you've had so many matches?
I find it more difficult just because you have to keep things fresh. You have to change things up, and you can't let things get stale. So, um, you just got to keep trying new things and different things. And I think that's why I ended up overcoming in the end is just trying to give everything that I have and do everything different because I failed previously with getting the losses to her. So trying the new and different things ended up working out for me.
Very nice. And then, so I'm gonna ask one of our regular questions. So for all of you, were some of your wrestling heroes growing up?
Well, I'll start off with this one. My long time and always will be my favorite is Macho Man Randy Savage. I met him a few years ago when I was a kid, and when I started, on my road to recovery to get off drugs, he gave me the best advice. And because of that advice that he gave me, I've been clean off drugs for 22 years now.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's awesome, Carney. So I started watching wrestling post Ruthless Aggression era, probably what would now be coined as the PG era. So like it was mostly the John Cena, Randy Orton, John Cena, Edge. But I really grabbed a hold to Jeff Hardy and Rey Mysterio were really my two biggest inspirations for wrestling. But as I've gotten older, I've kind of started to tailor my wrestling moveset and a lot of the things I do in the ring to the likes of like Finn Balor, AJ Styles, a little bit of Shawn Michaels. Those type of guys are really who I look up to now.
And then for me, Rey Mysterio through and through ever since, he debuted when he was 18, 19, just a little baby, no mask and whatnot. Absolutely love him, love the underdog and how tiny he is, and just being able to take on those massive, massive human beings. His personality is just as big as those physically huge people. Looking up to female wrestlers, China was the first to start off everything. Lita has been a true leader year in, year out with teaching the new generation. And then now you just have these powerhouses. I'm really interested in Shayna Baszler and where her storyline goes and everything. She's been so amazing through NXT and coming up, and that little recent twist was just like icing on the cake. It was fantastic. Didn't see it coming.
Neither did I, actually.
No one saw it coming.
No. So, do you all have opponents for America? Or has that been announced yet?
For me, I don't know who my opponent or opponents are going to be. But for me, it doesn't matter who they are. They're, once they get that high striker splash, it's done.
Uh-oh.
Yes, I actually do have an opponent. It has not been announced yet, but it's going to be a really.
Hello,
Sorry,
people.
Go ahead, Jack.
No, I was
just
just
had to
saying
laugh at
it hasn't been announced yet, but it's going to be an exciting match.
Same goes for me. I know who my opponent is. I don't believe it's been announced yet, but it's going to be a difficult match for me, definitely. Just throwing in those young bloods that do all these crazy things, but you know what? Young and stupid, it works sometimes, but we'll see how everything goes. Hello there, Big Money.
And ladies and
Hello,
gentlemen,
my good friend. I forgot the apples for you.
and
So
ladies
yummy
and
money.
gentlemen, as I was saying, fashionably late, the panda hater and panda throwing co-host, No Money Dodge.
As long as they can catch the apple, they're fine with me. But if they can't, that sucks on them. I'm sorry.
All right, hush up, No Money Dodge. You know, let
Have
the
your
big
little
boys talk.
interview. I'm just here to piss somebody off. You're welcome.
And I do have to say, nobody get excited about the money. It's fake.
You wish.
Yeah, you know, we figured out it's actually play Monopoly money, y'all.
Continue
so
your interview.
Monopoly upgraded, huh?
Yeah. Well, since you were fashionably late there, Mr. Big Money, do you have a question for any one of the three?
My lovely, adorable panda. How are you?
I am doing fabulous. How are you?
Oh, I'm great now. Now that I get to finally face the panda. Anyways.
I hear you're a big fan.
Oh, I'm your number one fan. I'm just saying.
That's perfectly fine.
Seriously?
Do I have to be nice?
No.
That doesn't stop you anyway. If I tell you to be nice, it doesn't stop you anyway.
Duh.
So do you have a question?
I do have a question. Let it just come to mind.
See, I just thought you had your questions written on your fake money so you could read them off when you...
You know, Benjamin's been talking to me lately and not very happy with you, sir. Anyways, have any of you fought in the beautiful, sunny Southern California?
Not yet.
Nope.
Well, guess what? I can actually help you after I throw the apples at pandas. I can help you, panda, and I can help you, good sir. Just saying. That was my question. You're welcome.
Actually, for me,
yes, sir.
I was raised in sunny California.
Whereabouts, if you don't mind me asking?
Sacramento, California.
Ooh, good Sacktown. Okay.
And one of my good friends who actually helped me discover independent wrestling is Jim Cooley.
Okay, I've heard of Jim.
I've heard SPW, Sacramento Pro Wrestling.
Yep.
Him and Rob Wild.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I'm not the only Southern California boy here. Thank you.
California crazy.
Always. And toxic for indie wrestling. Just saying. Just saying. Being honest.
Okay. Nathan, go ahead.
So, top 5 indie wrestlers today. And feel free to add yourselves.
Definitely not. Oh, them. Oh, never mind. I was going to say
something. For me, Provider is one. Johnny Crash. Yes, Pandamoanyum.
Oh, God. How much is she paying you to say that?
Nothing. Just once in a while, the Carney is also Ref Nugent.
Gotcha.
And the fifth one would have to be actually a tag team, Los Canales.
Oh.
Yep.
That's good. Wow, there's so much great talent out there today. You know, I'd probably have to put probably have to put Ryzen up there, honestly, for the work he's been doing lately. I really enjoyed our time together in the ring, and I think he's doing some good stuff, not only in Colorado, but where he's residing now in Florida. He's doing a lot of good stuff down there as well. I'd also say probably Bounty Keith in Texas. I don't know if you've heard of him. He's doing some really good stuff alongside like Booker T and his promotions down there. I really enjoy what he's doing. And then probably Bobby Buffet. I really like his work.
Wow.
Yeah. He's got, I think he's got a bright future. I'll leave it at 3. Just because my mind's slipping me on some other 2 right now, but that's probably my top 3. I really, really enjoy watching those few competitors.
Your turn, Panda.
So I have to go again with Jack Dillon over there with Ryzen. He's not just an amazing performer and great in the ring. He's a fantastic leader overall and just a great showman and a great human being. There's a guy over on the East Coast, Aaron Rourke, the evil gay, or Perfect Aaron. He goes by all of those. He's absolutely fantastic, fabulous. Rekka Tahaka is up and coming. She's done a couple things for AEW, but she is absolutely fantastic on WoW. She's a powerhouse. I'd have to go then again with Manny Lemons. Just an amazing, creative human being, running the Al Snow Academy out in Salt Lake and just doing fantastic things. And then I love my guys, Pillars of Destiny, that are between here, Texas, AEW, all over the place. They are just, they're good humans and fantastic showmen.
Nice.
Very nice. Well, I'm not going to hog any more of this interview, so Dodge, go ahead.
Oh, you should have. Okay. For you 3 amigos and amiga.
Ole.
Haha. Top 5 female wrestlers. And I already know who's going to say somebody's name. So yeah. Go ahead.
Of all time, period?
And recent, up and coming of all
Wendy
time.
Richter.
Oh.
Sherry Martel. Alondra Blaze.
Mm-hmm.
Lita. And Sunny.
Oh.
Top best
Good.
of all time.
Nice. I like that.
That's good. In no particular order, I'll probably go China, Charlotte, Bianca, Becky, and Mickie James.
Nice.
So, I think I went over this before, but China and Lita, obviously, Aja Kong is right up there.
Yep.
The Great Moolah and Mae Young are great, and then probably to round it off would be Abaddon. Even though she's not big, I love Abaddon and that character work.
She is. She's a great talent.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe I agreed with the Panda. I need a drink.
It's because Abaddon is just so amazing.
Okay,
And
I
I'm
agree.
and I'm actually proud of you, Dodge, for not throwing apples tonight. I did put in the group chat, no throwing apples at pandas tonight.
I saw that.
Although that would have been kind of interesting to see how he would have thrown it between screens.
But okay, so
It's
I guess
2000. It could happen.
So I guess I will ask a question just because it's something
Oh my gosh,
new.
Tony has an announcement, everybody. Let's hear it.
That's later, Dodge. That's later.
Oh, sorry. Excuse me.
So what is your guys' post-match or your pre-match and your post-match routine?
Mm-hmm.
Pandas is throwing apples at pandas. Just saying.
Wow. Well, obviously, pre-match, I got to put the face on, got to put the clown Post match, I like hanging out with the crowd.
Even those
get what you
rotten
feel.
scoundrel kids.
Especially the ones that when they see me as they're leaving and they're running scared out the door.
Then you did your job.
Pre-match, I'd probably say about an hour before my match, I like to get some carbs in. Probably like a banana, something simple, a banana, and maybe it's like a fig bar or something, just to give me some energy through the match. Few push-ups, few squats, just limber up. I like to warm up my shoulders because I got a bad shoulder. But right before I'm about to go out, I like to lather up a little bit of baby oil, just get a good glaze on there. And then post-match, I just like to take a minute and just chill and just drink some water, replenish. Just hang out with the boys and the girls in the locker room. That's probably the best part, honestly.
Yep.
Yeah, he likes to glaze himself. He's a ham.
There's so much baby oil in that back room. It is wild. Definitely. So for me, it takes us a lot longer to get ready with the hair and the makeup. But usually quite a few squats. Just like Jack has kind of a bum shoulder. I got some bum knees from soccer, so I got to warm up the knees a lot. Push-ups, pull-ups, stretching, lots of stretching. Have to do at least 15 to 20 minutes worth of stretching, the legs, the arms, chest. Glitter. That's what I'm known for. There's always glitter spray, glitter lotion.
Glitter.
I always have glitter, and I always share it with everybody who's in the locker room when they give me hugs. Anybody
Oh, that's why I sparkle.
can tell you that all the time. But yeah, I mean, pre-match is just kind of get in the zone and focus, get that glitter on, and then after, I like to sit for just a few minutes, taking a breather, get something to drink. I do love to go out with the fans. Unlike Carney scaring them, I love to interact with all the fans, the kids, take pictures, let them put me in headlocks, whatever.
You do charge them, right, for pictures?
No, I do not. I do it out of the kindness of my heart because they buy the merch, and then I take pictures after they buy the merch. Is the thing.
Me, I just do pictures.
All right, Dodge. You want to be nice?
Me? Nice?
Yeah, I know you are a heel after all, so never mind.
I'm a nice heel. So, thank you, Nate.
You're welcome.
So, worst, scariest injury in your entire career, or the scariest injury you have ever seen during a show you're
on? Me personally, I've never been injured yet. Knock on wood. But the worst injury I ever witnessed with my own eyes was 3 years ago. Down Denver, played for the death match. Benny Cumberbatch.
Oh.
They were doing a spot where he actually broke his neck and is now paralyzed from the neck down.
Damn.
I was there. I wasn't the referee for that match, but I saw the whole thing there. And good thing is he's fighting every day to get back, at least where he can at least walk and move everything. He's in good spirits. He shows up to shows every once in a while when he can, and as long as he keeps on fighting, the Carney keep fighting as well.
Well, he's in my prayers.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, thankfully, I've never been a part of a show with with a gruesome injury like that, and I just pray that continues, because obviously we wish the best for the boys and the girls. As again, we never wish any injuries on them, but unfortunately, it is just part of the business, and sometimes it happens. So I will say my first match ever, I was in the ring with Big Guns Justin Andrews, and this was just one of those freak spots. I went up to lift him for a body slam, And as I was pulling him through, that's when my shoulder dislocated, and I've been dealing with issues with that ever since. So just a freak accident, really. You know, how many times have you done a body slam? And it's just one of those simple things, and just a freak accident where it came out of place.
So neither one of those guys were there. It was actually my debut with CSW. I luckily have not had a serious injury. I've gotten black eyes, bruises, just the norm. But I got to see when Type 1 snapped his collarbone. Got his collarbone snapped in the ring. So now he has a titanium collarbone. So like you take a stunner, that stuff's pretty legit. But he has this gnarly scar, like shoulders touched and everything. But it was gross. And that was really hard.
Damn.
Yep.
You know, I'm sure he does that stuff. I'm sure he does that stutter safely, but I would be really nervous taking that thing with that titanium thing and like his collarbone.
Yeah.
It's his new finisher, because it'll really finish you.
Literally.
So, what's the best advice your guys' trainers have ever given you, and do you still use that advice today?
Don't feed pandas.
Wow, I didn't even set you up with that one, and you still went.
Best advice I've ever gotten from my trainer, provider, and everybody else trains me is just don't stop. Improve every time you get in the ring, and sell.
That's good. I would agree. Probably the thing that's resonated with me the most is to slow down.
Yeah.
And that's something I still try to think about during my matches too. But it's not always easy when you're getting the adrenaline and the fans are roaring and you're just excited about what's about to happen. But slow down is probably the most important thing.
Smart.
Between everybody, definitely slowing down, but also listen to the crowd, follow the crowd with it. When you're up, you're up. When you're down, change something up, do something, get that pop back, get that energy back, and always work on that sell and do it in the ring, practicing while you're at home, oversell, so that way when you're in front of that crowd, it's just natural at the same time. And also the fact that, you know, a wrestler's job is to sell tickets. That's what our job is to do. Do we perform? Absolutely, but it's to sell tickets and get butts in the seats.
That's
so
right.
Keep it up.
Again, I agree with the panda. Oh my god.
It's the Heineken. I'm telling you, it's the Heineken.
It really is. God. I need to stop.
And all that fake money.
It's the fake money.
Stop
the
clowning
fumes off
around
the
there,
fake-
buddy.
Hey, don't work yourself into a shoe, brother. You know better, Carney.
All right, so Mr. No Money Dodge, your next question.
If you could sign with the top promoter, WWE, AEW, ROH, Impact, or New Japan, who would it be and who would your very first match be with?
Oh, geez. For me, would be AEW, and the ultimate dream match for me would be with Sting.
Oh,
Clown versus clown.
Ooh, so you'd have him dress up like the Joker face paint.
Yes.
that would be a fun one.
With the match idea I have is Massacre on the Midway.
Ooh. Damn.
Anything goes.
Yeah, so I'd
Nice.
probably say the E. I'm going straight to the E, and my opponent it's got to be Seth Rollins. Straight to the top.
Wow.
Yeah.
He ain't messing around.
Nope.
Never have, never will.
Good man.
That's a really hard one because I look up to a lot of people, but honestly, She's only been on AEW a couple times, but I want to go up against Daddy Doom. Like, that's a dream match for me. I want to wish, like, will that to happen of a Daddy Doom match, and if that happens to be a dog collar, I don't care. Let's go. Let's do this.
Damn.
Damn.
I'd like to be in the same ring as Daddy Doom.
Wow. Okay. Nathan?
What about you, Tony Khan? It's your question.
Yeah, and Type 1's on his way.
Okay,
oh,
cool.
he's working Lucha time. He's working Lucha time. Got it.
Now, he's probably got a couple of roommates, and he had to make sure he had space.
No excuse. Sorry. We're working either Lucha time or real wrestling time.
Well,
come on.
Then
time is money.
Then why were you
late? It's Lucha time.
Okay,
it's called making big money moves. I got an announcement, by the way, but I'll keep that.
It's called not wanting to sleep on the couch if you didn't take your wife out to dinner.
It's called not dealing with a freaking panda after I eat.
That's exactly what it is. You yellow-bellied coward. You didn't want to come on time.
The truth will set
Miss
you free.
Pandamoanyum was on here.
Cody, your question?
Like I said, Nathan, I abstain to you, my man. Go ahead.
So, wait for Type 1 to come in before I ask.
Oh, no. More faces. I'm outnumbered. I hate this. Where's Boom or Mayhem?
Okay, there.
Wow.
Type 1, you've changed.
I know. Aren't I beautiful?
Do you need help, Cody? I can help you with.
Type 1.
Boo.
There.
And he's gone, everybody. Great interview. Great interview.
It's his
Hold
blood
on,
sugar.
Nathan, can you let him in?
There we
some
go.
reason it's
Hey,
not
there we
letting
go.
So sorry.
There we
I
go.
had other things that made my days
My
blend
computer's
together.
like really slow, you guys.
You
Are
were
you just
working
waking up?
Lucha time. I understand.
So,
There he is. Okay. Maybe.
yep, he's there.
Wow, you're behind, Tony Khan.
If you guys could put
All those
together
announcements.
a WrestleMania card, either separately or together with 6 matches, who would be in it and why?
Any wrestlers from any promotion?
Any promotion, any generation.
Me, I would have to say, believe it or not, John Cena versus Roman Reigns in the main event, where John Cena actually breaks Ric Flair's record.
Very nice.
The other match would be a tag team match. Would be Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus believe it or not, it would be like a men versus women's tag team championship.
Interesting.
First time ever. It's never been done.
Carney, you already took the main event, man. What am I supposed to do now? I was gonna say Steve Austin versus CM Punk.
Ooh.
CM Punk wouldn't last 2 seconds with
True.
Build.
He might quit after.
Think about it. He couldn't take on a Power Ranger.
Ouch.
Oh man.
Let's see here. The other match. It would have to be hardcore match between Sandman, Mick Foley, and Taz.
Oh,
Why don't you just make it a death match?
It would be a death match, because
Right? Either way.
anywhere it goes, because that's what they do.
Yep.
And for me, my last match, I would have an open challenge. Any promotion come in and do an audition match.
Wow.
Yeah, make it like a battle royal.
That is a first.
that is a first.
You're welcome.
That's the actual draft.
I like that. I like that.
That's it.
I want to see Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey go at it, just because Shayna has so much more training and experience, even though Rousey was her coach in the UFC and Ultimate Fighter. I want to see where that goes. Carney did some good things with that one, and Jack stole the one. I was like, CM Punk, who would be good with getting CM Punk? And you can't go wrong with Austin for sure. Honestly, I would love to see The Rock whoop up on Roman Reigns, just because I love the whole family bloodline, and or even just Rikishi and Umaga coming in, and just I would love to see that again, multi-generational style. That would be fun.
Might as well get Steve Harvey and have the Family Feud.
Is that it, Panda? That's good. All right. I'll say the first thing that comes to my mind right now, and that's Stan Hansen, Kenta Kobashi, and Gunther. Triple threat.
Oh,
damn.
you
Jeez.
sure you don't want that to be the main event? Because I'm not sure if the arena would be left standing after.
Yeah, you're probably right. Honestly, you gotta throw Kenny Omega and Seth Rollins in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Definitely, that's gotta happen.
Ticketmaster.com. Get your tickets today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to see probably Mickie James versus Becky Lynch versus Charlotte, probably. Bianca versus Chyna would be a badass match. Just the two strengths of both those women would be absolutely incredible to watch. Let's see, probably prime Triple H versus prime Ric Flair, and I'll leave it at that.
Ooh, very nice.
I'd have to go with probably
All
one.
right, no money dodge. Ask your question.
No, you got to let Type 1 answer first.
Oh, yeah. Well, I can't see Type 1. My computer's going crazy, so.
He's just a baby.
Your computer needs Prozac.
Go ahead, Type 1.
Go ahead.
And you guys can hear me? This is all working right?
Yep.
Okay. I would have to go with Sting versus Shawn Michaels.
Damn.
One that I don't think anybody thinks of, because everybody thinks of Sting versus Taker.
Yep.
But there's other opportunities there that nobody else thinks about.
I wouldn't have thought of that one. I'm gonna.
That threw me off too.
Very nice.
For other matches, though, I think they stole the show.
Yep.
Gotcha. So, Type 1, you want to tell us what it was like to win the championship for the provider?
It was an outstanding night for all four of us. Still, just being able to share that squared circle with such a seasoned man it's still an honor.
Very nice. And I say this with all the respect in the world. Yeah, how hard was it to wrestle and not be distracted by the thong that he was showing to everybody in the front row?
Oh God, I can't believe you went there.
Pretty hard, but I had to focus at the main task at hand.
He took a crack at it.
That was good.
I was hoping somebody would say that.
The biggest name you guys and gal have ever faced in your entire career. The biggest name.
As a ref or a wrestler?
I would say as a ref for you, good sir.
As a referee, I'd actually have to say at least 4. I got to ref for Jake the Snake Roberts.
Oh wow.
I am literally the only referee that he has asked to hand him Damien and actually do it. Wow. And also Greg the Hammer Valentine.
Wow.
2 Colt Scorpio and JTG from Crime Time.
Damn.
Biggest guys I've ever met. And Jake the Snake and Greg the Hammer, I used to ref their matches playing with their action figures.
That's cool.
Nice.
That's cool. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, Ryzen's my biggest opponent so far. So looking forward to some more in the future. But for now, it's Ryzen. He's an awesome man in the ring.
I unfortunately have to tie with that. Me and Dillon have the same biggest match or biggest opponent so far.
For me, I mean, Tyra's been all over the world, New Zealand, recently in Canada. She's going back in Canada next month. But then also Kikyo from Washington. She is longtime vet, been to Japan, all over the world, amazing. That is probably the biggest person I've ever wrestled. She's awesome. And those chops make your soul leave your body. Just if anybody ever wants to take one, she will give you one gladly.
I'll take one.
How much am I getting paid to get that?
No, it's all for glory.
Hot dog and a handshake.
Yep.
Come on. I'll go
2
back
hot dogs,
to
2
Orange
handshakes.
County and work at a promotion for that. Just saying.
I
don't
know.
I'm not
Panda
hating
might
on
set
it.
that up for all those Apple comments.
I'm trying to be nice to her. Okay? I'm trying to be friendly.
Is that why you're sweating?
Dude, you don't even know. I think it's the alcohol, though, but family
His
show.
wife
Sorry.
in the background, back there. His wife in the background.
Yep.
He needs another Heineken.
I really do. I really do. Being in a room full of faces is really just, I don't know. I'm kind of nervous. I'm all by myself as a heel and surrounded literally. Thank you, Tony. I got the panda right here. I got the clown right here. I got type 1 and I'm screwed. Go ahead, Nate. Ask your question before they kill me. Go ahead.
Top 5 tag teams of all time.
Ooh.
Oh, really? Okay. Panda, you want this one first?
I've answered some of these, but I have to remember what I said. So obviously, Hardy Boys and Dudley Boys were my 2 favorites for sure growing up. I love the Pillars. They Are Max. Who is theirs? it was Heidi. I believe it's Heidi Howitzer is Theramax's tag team partner. Because they're just powerhouses, the both of them. And I'd have to think about a fifth one here.
Do you need an apple to help you think?
Sure. Give me some energy, a little bit of caffeine. That's perfectly fine.
I'll go. I got Usos, Dudleys, Hardys, FTR, Midnight Express.
Nice lineup.
Okay. Heart Foundation. The Usos. British Bulldogs. LOD. And I would have to say the Rock and Roll Express.
Nice.
The Road Warriors, or the Legion of Doom, however you want to declare them. I can never remember the name of Stan Hansen and Brody Lee, or Bruiser Brody, rather. FTR, the Shield, and the Usos.
Ooh.
Nice lineups, all of you.
So, Jack, I have a question. Which version of the Midnight Express?
Shoot.
The original.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Rockers were just an imitation version of it.
Oh,
Tony, you're up.
okay. Well, I know we've asked Panda this before, and I know we've asked Type 1 this before, but we're just going to throw it out. Best wrestler turned actor.
Well, obviously, The Rock, John Cena, and Batista. I'm not going to count The Miz because he just, yeah.
He's just there.
He's just scenery. That's it.
That's really what
Not
he
even
wants.
good, not even good scenery either.
No, horrible. No wonder I turned off the movie after 10 minutes of seeing him.
Yeah. Yeah, so number one for me is probably got to be The Miz. I'm kidding. Yeah, I'm kidding.
Oh, God.
I was all like, oh, God, is this real?
He's in love with the VJ.
No. I'll probably go.
Family show.
I want my MTV.
I'll probably go Batista. Batista for his versatility and the roles she's done.
Nice.
I second that. I love Batista and the fact that he can be funny, he can be quirky. I heard on one of your recent podcasts you almost walked, Nathan.
I did.
I want to watch that now, but just because you said that, I want to watch that movie, and I don't even care for scary movies necessarily, but I want to see it.
Yeah, that was a very interesting night. I'm not gonna lie. To fill everybody else in on the story, I live in a nursing home, so they turn all the lights off at night. And I was watching the cabin, whatever the cabin movie was he was in. Can't remember the name right now.
Knock at the
And
cabin.
right as thank you. And it got right to the scariest part, and somebody tapped me on the shoulder to see if I was doing okay. I've never walked before. I almost walked.
But you were ready to run, huh?
I was ready to go.
He's ready to run a marathon.
Yeah, I watched the movie, and then the next day I had to fly to Southern California for a show where one of my members was, and I was scared shitless on the plane the whole way because turbulence, and all I could think of is the movie with all the planes just falling down, and I'm like, oh God, I'm gonna die. Yeah. That's scary.
All right.
Nate?
Actually, it's your turn.
Oh, you should have again. Actually, yeah. What's your opinion on death matches? And I know I've asked a couple of you, what are your opinions on death matches, and would you ever consider going on one?
Yes, absolutely. Out here, Primo's Premier Wrestling, our WrestleMania is called Slave to the Death Match.
Mm-hmm.
It's where it's a tournament that goes on. This year it's going on for 2 days. It's 2 days of Slave.
Damn.
And we have a segment. It's almost like an ECW setting, where where fans would throw in weapons and all like that. So
very nice.
our fans make the weapons. Nothing dangerous like guns or knives or anything else like that. But light tubes, thumbtack chairs. Our mascot is a pineapple. Okay. It is like the most exciting car wreck you ever seen in your life.
Damn.
I absolutely love death matches.
For me, I don't think I'd ever do one, but my opinion on them is I always equate it to music. Some people say that one type of music sucks, and it's just not your cup of tea, and that's fine. Death matches just aren't my cup of tea, and that's okay. But there's plenty of people who love them, and I really enjoy their authenticity and the artistry that really goes into it, and that expression of wrestling. It's just not my thing, and that's okay.
Just one quick thing about death matches. Sorry, Panda. Sorry, Type 1. But my very first slave to death match I ever ref was Damien 666, Eddie Guerrero's old partner in the original LWO.
Yep.
Okay. Put a chancla with
insane.
thumbtack in my left shoulder.
Oh.
Okay. If I could find my ref shirt, you could still see the thumbtack marks from where it landed on my left shoulder. I ref that whole night like that.
He's insane.
Yes.
Yes.
I'll say it before and I'll say it again. I like watching, but I'll never participate myself.
It isn't my cup of tea. I think that it takes a very strong individual mentally and physically to go through those gauntlets, to go through the fire and the ladders and the light tubes, and knowing a month and a half out, their skin's still pushing out those light tube shards that are in their back. I've seen it with a bunch of the guys that I work with. So I'm not up for it, but awesome if you can do it. Yep.
Nice.
Apparently somebody really agreed with that answer.
All right. Okay, you two, final questions.
Where can we find you guys on social media?
For me, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, of course.
A family app.
Those, and I do have a Twitter account.
I was afraid you were going to say an OnlyFans page.
I can never get the fans only thing to work.
Oh,
never.
I know somebody that can help you.
Please don't say yourself.
No. Why me? They don't pay me enough.
Thank God.
Okay, next.
Yeah, you can find me on Facebook at Jack Dillon, on Twitter at Jack Dillon 99, and on TikTok at Jack is in the ring.
But you're not in the ring.
But I'm gonna be in the ring.
Oh, okay. Well then, okay, got it.
Makes sense.
Makes better sense. Thank you.
Okay.
And on TikTok, I'm Steven Nugent 72. Sorry,
You
Jack.
can find me on TikTok at the Type 1 Warrior, as well as on Facebook under the name Ray Swytech, or on Instagram under Type 1 Warrior Official.
I don't have a TikTok. I don't do TikTok. I'm
So
sorry.
you're
I
not
get it
family
involved.
app? Okay.
I'm on my kid's TikTok, and I just like no, I don't want to. So Instagram Pandamoanyum22. Spelling's a little bit different, so they got it right here, down at the bottom, down here. And then on Facebook, it's Pandamoanyum as well. So you can hit me up either of those places.
All right. Did you want to ask another question, Dodge, before I get into the business?
Panda, can we finally be friends?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
I thought that you had some really good insight. Just so you know, you got some hard hitters and some good people in your corner. And I know Mr. Man up there Anthony's gonna talk about some stuff, but you know, I like your style, even though you can be a jerk. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, and standing your ground at the same time. And I don't mind apples at any time. So I imagine at some point when we meet in person, I expect a big bundle of apples for me, either Granny
It's
Smith
on.
or Honeycrisp.
Candy apple.
Got it.
All right. Put it up, Dodge. Let's do your thing.
Oh my god, that means I have to work even more. Why?
Come on. You are fashionably late. Come on, you're on my time now. Time is money. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, please help this man. As much as I pitch him shit, I do love him. You know, he has helped this podcast tremendously, as you can tell from Miss Panda. She's a viewer from the beginning, you know. Anyways, as we're saying, please help this man with his pro wrestling facility. And, by the way, Nathan's and my promotion's future home. That's right. Breaking news, Nathan and I will be starting a promotion later on next year.
Yep.
And the Big Money Compound will be the home of Inclusion Pro Wrestling. Yes, Panda, we chose Inclusion Pro Wrestling. $25 a session, $150 a month. You can find him or the Big Money Compound on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Big Money Dodge, Big Money Compound, Steve Dodge. You can find, if you can't get a hold of him for some reason, you can get a hold of Boom Shasta or Boom Mayhem on TikTok, or not TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, or you can ask Ethan and I, and we will get back to Mr. Dodge. Anyway, first trainer, when he starts his classes, hopefully here soon, is none other than a 22-year vet in the ring, Southern California original, and beat twice WWE legend and Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio.
Nice.
So cow crazy.
Had to give you something, Dodge, you know.
I
Nathan,
appreciate it.
plug the other two sponsors.
Well, before I do that, as Tony said, we are doing Inclusion Pro Wrestling once the compound gets up, and I would love to have all of you come down and wrestle for us on our first show.
That includes you, Panda.
I am definitely down.
She was invited the first time, Dodge.
I was gonna say we've already covered.
Excuse me. I
And
swear
then-
the Heineken is talking.
So
That's
I'll keep you all
0.0.
updated
Yeah.
when it gets closer. But the other two sponsors are the CARE program, which stands for Community Action Reaching Everybody. And to get to the hold of the lady that's in charge of that is Becky Bernhardt. And then Bruce Nichols Painting for all your painting, pressure washing, and lead removal needs. And you can find him on Andy.
Absolutely. And again, congratulations to the four of you for winning your beautiful titles.
Yes.
You know, much love and admiration to the CSW family. We love you guys. We love Randy. We love the promotion. Hopefully, when Nathan gets an electric wheelchair and they actually let him on the plane, we'll be coming to Colorado soon. And and on one of our stops, besides seeing his dad and his stepmom, is of course Colorado Springs to our wonderful CSW family. So hopefully soon we'll be able to come to a show. But until then, we thank you guys for joining us tonight. Dodge, maybe next time you can be on time.
I thought it was Lucha time. I'm sorry.
Then what happened to Type 1 with the Lucha time?
I
think
told
he just
him
woke up.
Lucha time.
The baby woke up. Yes, the baby woke up.
Well, to be honest, he's a champion, like you guys, and he can be fashionably late. Dodge has no excuse.
We can blame his wife for keeping him out because he has to keep her happy. So that way, happy wife, happy life. Or else
Is that what they call it?
It'd be
Very
hell to
true.
pay if he didn't take her out to dinner.
That's right.
Exactly.
And plus, he already spends enough time on the couch.
Very true. So, with that being said, again, thank you guys for being here tonight.
Thank you.
So,
You guys keep up the amazing work. Honestly, much respect to you all.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for your support.
Everybody else, see you at America.
Yep.
And
Thank you very much.
we'll see you guys next time.
We appreciate you guys. Thank you.